Living your life and having a consistent social media presence can be a tricky balance to achieve. Think about the fact that while a movie or TV show has an entire crew, you're expected to be your own scriptwriter, production manager, editor, talent manager, and so on. Let's talk about some ways we can make it all more manageable. One of the biggest misconceptions people make when embarking on the social media path is that it's easy. Thinking you can put aside an hour and create 10 pieces of content might feel like a proactive way to work on your content, but probably won't end up being a realistic plan. In order to end up with a lot of content, you need to plan, and always plan for more time than you think it will take. For example, if you feel you need 30 minutes for a video or photo shoot, try giving yourself 45 minutes instead. As you get more versed in content creation and figure out your own pace, you'll be able to see your process get more efficient. Trust us, you will never feel like you have too much time on your hands. So always plan for more and then take advantage of every free minute you can get. Save yourself some time by creating content buckets that range from high effort to low effort. Let's say part of your content is interviews with chefs from around the world. This is not something you can post daily because it takes time to get these interviews made. But we could easily have a daily series where we answer questions from our own followers. That won't take as much time, and the content requires less planning and less time to execute. It's all about figuring out what works best for you. More creators fail from the stress created by their own expectations than by anything else. Give yourself time to learn your own processes, and stick to setting achievable expectations when you're just getting started. When you first start, you may be creating and posting content whenever you feel like it, or maybe whenever you find time. But creating a consistent schedule can be really helpful to build your connection with your audience. If you have no idea where to start, there's a method we love, and you might just love it too. Week 1, you're just starting, so you're not going to post this week. Instead, you're going to start collecting and creating content for week 2, while also making time to brainstorm for week 3. Week 2, post the content you made last week, while filming for content for week 3 and brainstorming for week 4. Week 3, you'll post the content you made last week while filming for content for week 4 and brainstorming for week 5. I think you get it. This cycle continues like this. The great thing about it is it gives you some built-in safety nets. If things get busy, you're already a week ahead, so catching up is very doable. Even with these schedules, there will still be times that you miss your regularly scheduled posts, and that's okay. Some easy content can even be explaining to your audience why you're a little too busy to post. Your viewers will get it, and it can actually enhance your connection with them to show them this very human, very relatable side of you. It may feel silly to say brainstorm ahead of time for those of you who are planners, but not everyone is. I know you don't have much downtime, but when you do, you should be taking notes and brainstorming content. You can do this in your notes folder on your phone, or even with pen and paper. What are some great techniques for brainstorming? Try some of these. Time yourself. Give yourself 15 minutes every day when you wake up to come up with any ideas you can. Free flow. Don't think, just start writing and see what comes out. You'd be amazed what this free flow of consciousness can do for you. Inspiration sessions. Take time specifically to look at Instagram for inspiration. You've probably checked Instagram many times today, but this is specifically for the sake of getting ideas from other content. Now, we're not ripping off content here. We're simply looking for inspiration. Don't be afraid to look outside of your niche too. Inspiration is everywhere on the app. One day soon, you won't believe all the content you have. The first step to getting there is allowing yourself the time to get inspired and plan ahead. Brand new content is always great, but it's not always possible. No worries. We don't need to reinvent the wheel every time we post. Sometimes we can just repurpose. So how do we do that? Generally, we want to treat each platform differently. What works on TikTok may not work on YouTube or Instagram. Now, that being said, it is okay to share posts across platforms. Sometimes. To repurpose your content from other platforms, you can either upload it as is or re-edit it with Instagram in mind. Another method to staying consistent is to schedule your posts rather than just posting them when they're ready. We haven't spent a lot of time on analytics yet, but we will get there. For now, you may just want to experiment and find out what times are working best for your engagement with your Instagram community. Once you find that perfect time, start scheduling your content for it. When experimenting, think about your audience's behaviors. Let's say you're targeting people that work a 9 to 5. Try posting at lunch, or maybe in the evenings. Once you've landed on what time to post, you can schedule it through the Instagram app or post as you go. This strategy is bound to increase views, engagement, and follows. Quality and consistency are the keys to success in the social media game, but you can use scheduling, repurposing, and content strategies to build in some flexibility for yourself. You're almost at the end of the beginner learning path, but before you fully graduate, we'll answer a few burning questions you might have as a new creator.